Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good day, everybody. If you have my voice, please confirm in the box so we can start the class. Can you hear me? Okay, inshallah. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, we started the in last session. We started from wireless. We wanted to talk about the wireless networks and the problem with wireless networks and the wireless network security. And then this session, we will continue on wireless networks. Before the start, we make sure that today we have only one class, and when on the sessions that we have one class, I should make your class a little bit shorter to be able to reach the university for the other class. So today we will finish maybe around 3 or 3:15. Okay. So we'll quickly start because our class is a little bit shorter. I will quickly review what we already taught and what we already discussed. The first thing is that in terms of security, wireless is horrible. Okay, wireless has many security problems because everything in wireless is broadcast. Okay, we call it in Farsi dade parakan, or maybe in Arabic pahsh. Okay, in wireless everything is distributed through the air and everywhere, so everybody can listen. Everybody, or we can say, I think, avam. Okay, everybody can listen. Okay, and can sniff and can copy. This is a problem, or this is the main problem with the wireless. There are some protocols and they are increasing because of the IoT. I will write in the notes because of IoT, because of Internet of Things, application of wireless networks is increasing. Application of wireless network is increasing, and then therefore we have to use wireless networks. They work in different bands or different frequencies. We already discussed the magnetic waves and the frequency that you are going to use for wireless. I told you what is the frequency, what is the domain of the magnetic waves, and so on and so forth, and why we have how we transfer the signal and how we receive the signal. We already discussed it in one band, and then we came to these slides. We talked about BSS, basic service set. It's when you have one modem or one in wireless we say one access point. We have one modem or one access point which covers a specific area, and then we connect to that access point to communicate with the network. But when we have a bigger area, or we have a vast area for covering the whole area, we use the concept of cellular networks. Okay, each BTS or each access point, each BTS or each access point covers one area. For example, this area with this access point. this area with this access point, and this area with this access point, and this area with this access point. So we use, for example, in this figure, 4 access points to cover the whole area. We use 4 access points to cover the whole area, and then in this area they connect to the respective access points. But here when we have, and we call this one extended service set, or we call it ESS, extended service set, or we call it ESS. But one of the main features that we use in ESS is the feature of roaming, okay, or the feature of handover, okay, or sometimes we call it handoff. Roaming, handover, or handoff. Using the roaming, handover, or handoff, it's possible for one station to move between different cells or between different zones without being disconnected. So it's usually is that when you connect or you have a session, okay, and you are in one area, you go to another area, and this access point transfers the transfers your information or your connection information to another access point, and you still can be connected. Without disconnecting, you can change or you can switch between the different areas, switch between zones without disconnecting. Okay, so this is in Arabic. التبديل بين المناطق دون فصل. Okay, without disconnecting, you can easily switch between different access points without disconnecting. Because of that, you have to use the same name. For you have to use the same name for all APs. Okay, you use the same name for all APs in ESS systems. This was something else that we discussed, handover, and then roaming, and then name of the access point, and then we explained 3. I will put it in the note because I need them. We explained 3 management frame that we need. That another thing is that management frames are not encrypted. They are plain text. Okay, management frames are not encrypted. They are plain text, all the management frames, and the importance that we need are associated frame. We call it AS. It means that connect, in Arabic اتصال. We have disassociation, disconnected. We have the concept is like disconnect. Okay, and we have RS, that means reconnect. RS, that means reconnect. So association means connect, disassociation means disconnect, and RS means reconnect. And also we have beacon and probe. Okay, these are 2 things for one access point. When it enters one area, it announces its existence. If it doesn't send beacon, maybe there is a possibility of interference. What is interference in Arabic? What is interference in Arabic? Anybody knows? Interference is tashwish or tashwish. Okay, so it's here. I put it here. It's yes, a tashwish. Yes, tashwish. Yes, thank you very much. Wajah. Okay, so if Zoza also. Okay, thank you very much. If access point does not send, it does not send or announce its existence, or it does not send beacon, there is a problem with interference, or there is a possibility that someone used the same channel and the interference happens. Okay, if it uses or it announces its SSID, you can understand whether that it exists. The probe also is the same thing. Okay, when you probe the wireless environment, okay, you ask anybody there or not. Okay, it's like this. You ask anybody on this channel or not. You ask anybody on this channel or not. If access point answers, you can have its SSID. If access point doesn't answer, there is a possibility with tashwish. Okay, a tashwish, or there's a possibility with interference. So that's also the problem. We consider that the management frames are not encrypted. We go to the attacks. We started from here. Okay, yeah, when I want to explain the attacks, I should go to the whiteboard. So I share one board. There's whiteboard. Okay, and then I put one access point here. Okay, and this is the announcement of the or the area of the coverage of the access point. Okay, so the first thing is that for security, I will write in the notes, or it's better that I write on the board because I need ASDSRS. Okay, and also I will add to the notes AS consists SSID, DS no SSID needed, no SSID, and RS reconnect is consists of SSID. Probe and beacon also consist, both consist SSID. So when one access point, you have for example one access point here, I write AP. Okay, when you turn on one access point in the area, it starts sending, periodically sending beacon in the area. It starts sending beacon periodically in the area. For example, every 10 milliseconds or every 50 milliseconds, it will tell everybody that the beacons means that I am available in this channel. Okay, it sends the beacon which says I'm available in this channel. Okay, the first thing in the security is that you hide the SSID. The first security suggestion in wireless is to hide SSID. Okay, it's the first security suggestion is to hide SSID. But something that we ask is it possible to hide SSID, or can we trust it, or when we hide the society, we consider that okay, everything is secure and nobody can see us. No, it's not like that. The first thing is that if you are attacker and you start, for example, this, so if you are here, okay, if the attacker, if the access point, sorry, I'll put attacker here. This is attacker, okay. If the access point broadcasts Asif Ali channel, no, not like IP channel, is wireless channel. It talks about radio frequency. It's about radio frequency. When I should explain this one on another board, okay? Yes, radio frequency. You see, for example, this is, consider this is 2.4 megahertz channel, okay? It can be divided. This is, for example, this 2. Yes, exactly. This is 2.4 megahertz channel, okay? It's the frequency, and AM, exactly. AM and FM are around here. This is FM and this is AM, okay? But we call this channel, this is microwave, okay? And then FM can be here, okay, and AM is here, okay, low frequency. And then this is the whole area is microwave. Consider that this is microwave. We use this one, this part, we use this part for Wi-Fi, okay? When we use this part for Wi-Fi, again it can be divided into different channels. For example, 15 channels, okay? For example, this is CH1, okay, and this is CH15, okay? When you start or when you turn on one access point, on one access point, it starts sending beacon, for example, in this channel. So we say that it takes the first channel. It's like this. It starts working in this channel. For example, AP1. This is access point 1. Okay. When you start another access point, the second one in the area, it will start checking the channels. Okay, because the first access point sending beacon that says this channel, for example, this says channel 1, is busy, okay? Even if it doesn't send the beacon, you can probe channel 1, okay? If answer means busy, okay? If answer means busy, no answer means free, okay? So in the area, for example, the second AP, when you start the second AP, when it sees that the channel 1 is busy or already occupied, it assign itself to channel 2, and then AP2 covers channel 2, okay? If you turn on again another access point, okay, AP3, again it listens to the beacons or it scans. For example, it scans channel 1 and it sees that it's busy. It scans channel 2, it says that it's busy, and then it scans channel 3, no beacon, and when it probes channel 3, no answer, so it will use the channel 3 for itself, and then the third access point will come and see the works on channel 3. Okay, it works like this. So because of that, it's either you have to send beacon, or maybe you have the problem with tashwish. You can either send beacon, or you will have problem with tashwish. Okay, okay, Ali. The destination between them, there is no destination. This is the channel that one access point get in the area. Okay, if I will just, yes, broadcast in the area. You see, consider that this is the top view, this is the access point, okay, and this is the area that it sends the broadcasting the beacon. More or less, yes. Okay, so consider that this is AP. Okay, this is top view, this is AP, and this is the area that it covers. If you turn on another AP in here, for example, you turn on another AP, it becomes like this. It becomes like this. Okay, if they work at the same frequency, there will be interference or tashwish. Okay, so they use different channels. For example, the first one uses channel 1 in wireless, and this one uses channel 2 in wireless, so no conflict, no interference. Now when you talk about destination, means that one station is here, okay, for example one computer. If it wants to connect to this one, works in this channel. Okay, if it wants to connect to this one, okay, it works in this channel. So again, no interference. Okay, so that's why when, for example, you turn on your Wi-Fi, props it the request and asking for being busy. The answer means yes, it's busy. Okay, when you turn on your Wi-Fi, you for example see I don't know, AP1 or AP2, or for example AP3. Each of them is in one channel. They occupied one channel. When you prop, okay, it's a sending request. When you prop, you ask accept. When you prop, you ask anybody using this channel it means ای شخص یستخدم هذا, okay, something like this. And then if the answer is yes, you have SSID. Okay, if nobody answers, if nobody لا أحد, okay, if nobody answer means that the channel is free, or that it means that the channel is free, or there is a possibility that AP hides itself. Yes, Hossein, yes, correct. Okay. So when we send the probe, access point has two choices. If it answers, we have its SSID. If it doesn't answer, there is a possibility that a tashwish happens or interference happens in the channel. So okay, let's go back to the previous board. I think that's one was 52. Okay, now you see when AP is here, okay, it sends beacon that says it's all the channel. At first, yes, and it's not in the network, it's in the air, okay, in the area. Okay, it's like masaha. Okay, we talk about the masaha. Yes, there is no password because we talk about the channels and areas. Okay, no, not about the packets and about the application layer. We talk about frequency and areas, no password. Okay, so when you turn on one access point, it starts on one channel. It's here, send beacon that I'm exists. Okay, if you hide SSID, you hide SSID, it does not send beacon anymore. Okay, now after this, the attacker can use probe command. Okay, probe command to see whether somebody is on this channel or not. Okay, if AP answers اجابت. Okay, if AP answers, attacker has the SSID. If AP does not answer, always there is a chance for tashwish. Okay, so there is a risk that when it does not answer, there is a possibility that something happens in the network, something like interference. Okay, but if it answers, you can have the SSID. That was the first thing. Ali, can you explain the whole thing I wrote in Arabic for everybody? What the type of noise? It's because two access points work at the same time, it becomes noise. Yes, Ali, thank you.
Salam, Doctor.
Salam.
How are you, Doctor?
Okay, thank you very much. Ali, I will explain, okay? Sentence
Okay.
by sentence, you just explain for everybody because I still think that they didn't understand. You see,
Okay.
the first thing for wireless security is to hide SSID.
أول شيء، أول فقرة في أمنية الشبكات هو إخفاء ال SSID.
But the problem is that if we hide SSID, there is a possibility for interference.
لكن هناك مشكلة في حال إخفاء ال SSID. هناك إمكانية لحدوث الضوضاء. Doctor, what is SSID?
Well,
What's its
SSID is
work?
that. Oh, okay. When you just turn on your Wi-Fi on your mobile phone, whatever the names that appears, they are SSID.
The names of routers, like this.
Yes, the name of, for example, you turn on your Wi-Fi, okay? Whatever you see, they are SSIDs.
اوكي. اخوان الاس اس
Okay?
اي دي يعني الاسماء مال اسماء الراوترات، يعني من شغل الواي فاي هيك شيء، البث اللي موجود يعني بالجو. اوكي.
Okay. Now, when you have, for example, access point or router, when you have access point and router, you can hide SSID, so not all people can connect to that. That's good for security.
اي نستطيع اخفاء الاس اس اي دي، يعني اسم الراوتر حتى ما يقدر احد يتصل به. هذا يعني يزيد الامنية.
Yes, it can be hidden, okay? But now we are talking about that when you hide SSID, how attacker can again or just even when it's hide, attacker can get the SSID. Now we want to talk about that.
حتى في حالة الإخفاء المهاجم يمكنه الحصول على الاس اس اي دي. هسه راح يشرحها. اوكي.
Okay. From now on, we are talking about this. Up to here, we said that it's better that you hide SSID. From now on, we want to say when SSID is hidden, how we can get the SSID as an attacker. Okay, from now on, it's okay. I will explain again if it was necessary. You talk. Okay, thank you very much.
يعني من لحد الآن مفهوم، حتى يشرح لنا شلون يمكن المهاجم أن يحصل على ال SSID حتى في حالة إخفائه. إخوان يعني يكمل ولو عندكم سؤال.
Okay, thank you, Ali. And now I will continue. Okay, thank you very
Okay.
much. If it was necessary, I tell you again. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Okay. So you see the first thing is for attacker is to use prop. Okay. The first thing is to prop the network. If API answers, you already have there its SSID. Okay. The second thing is that you listen to the network. Attacker can sniff or listen. I think in Arabic we say sama or esma or something like that. Okay, it can listen to the network when somebody comes, another node. Okay, another node comes. Okay, and it wants to okay, when this node wants to connect to the access point, okay, when it sends the request, inside the request there is SSID, okay, or the SSID exists, and the attacker can listen and can get SSID. Okay, when it gets the SSID, can connect to the network. So the second solution is to sniff. The first one was to probe. If it does not answer, the second one is to sniff. It can also listen to the network and get the SSID. Another thing is that if there is another solution, if there is another node, okay, another node which is connected to the access point and they're communicating, okay, the attacker can sniff how the attacker can send probe and he have not the SSID. When it says that it sends the probe, Ali, you see, when it sends the probe, access point has two choices, okay. The first is to answer. If it answers, you get the SSID. Second, not answer, you cannot get the SSID, okay. Okay, so that was one solution. Another solution is that you listen for the nodes that they want to connect to the network. Okay, you listen to the nodes that they want to connect. If they want to connect, in the request they send SSID and you get the SSID. Okay, this is another way. The third one is that if somebody, okay, that's another way. If somebody is communicating with the access point and you see the communication because it's already broadcasting, okay, it's already broadcasting in the network. Okay, you listen to the communication, it's already broadcasting to the network. You can send fake. What is fake in Arabic? Wahmi. Yes, the attacker will send fake DS to the node. Okay, when the node thinks that it's going to be disconnected, it sends RS. Okay, it sends RS, and inside RS is SSID. So DC to one node. Okay, and in RS, in DC we don't have SSID, but in RS we can have SSID. Hussein, in a different node address, okay, it listens and it communicates with the node instead of the access point, okay. It sends the fake DS. Node thinks that this is from it sends the fake DS. Node thinks that this is from access point, okay, but it's not from access point, it's from attacker. And then it tries to reconnect, and when it tries to reconnect, and we can have the SSID. Okay, these are the things that we could have. So conclusion, it is better to hide SSID. Okay, in theory, no, SSID cannot connect, okay, but no, SSID cannot connect, but it's not like that. The thing is that when you hide SSID, there are several ways to find it. The first thing is probe, this one. The first thing is probe, the second thing is a sniff, and then the third thing is disconnect to one node which has already been connected to the network. Okay, so we can repeat the signal, yes, if no response from node out. If no response, which one you say? First, second, or third? Just a third one, please. You see, when somebody is Rion. Okay, Rion, you see, something that you ask, it depends. First, let me explain what Rion asked. You see, something that you ask, it refers to the first thing that we discussed regarding the security. If you remember, which I told you is very important, okay? I told you that the security is like a wall, not like a roof, okay? Security is like a wall. You create a wall. You know what is wall? In Arabic, what is it, wall? What is wall? Jadar, okay? Security is like a wall. When you have something valuable, okay, and you put it here, okay, this is something valuable, okay, you put it here. If no security, no wall, everybody can access, okay? Up to here. Okay, did you understand? No security, no wall. Did you understand up to here? Okay. Now we say, okay, you should start building a wall. Okay, you should start building a wall like this. If you build this wall, it means that people should have ladder like this. Okay, they need ladder. It's a little bit harder. Okay, if your wall is taller, they need a bigger ladder. Okay, it means what do we mean by ladders? Means that cost, time, energy, process, okay, money, and more important, knowledge. Okay, if you make the wall bigger, they need bigger ladder. So still people can go up and enter and access valuable things. Okay, still people can go up and access, but the number of people that can access your things, valuable things, are less, and also it becomes harder. Okay, so when we talk about wireless, it means that you say, okay, no wall. First you say no, not hiding SSID. Okay, after that is hiding SSID, means bigger wall but still people can find it. After that is encryption. Okay, after that is longer key. Okay, but when we talk about all of these, okay, for this one, no hiding, no encryption, no longer key, means that you have no wall. But when we talk about each of these walls, for example, when we say hiding SSID, we talk about the ladder. When we say encryption, we talk about the ladder as well. When we say longer key, again we talk about the ladder. But it doesn't mean that, for example, you say because with ladder people can come inside, so we remove all the walls and everybody can easily come inside and go outside. Did you get what I'm saying? Okay. So for the first thing in wireless, the first thing in wireless is to hide the SSID. But we explained how. Yes, Ibrahim. For not for multiple networks, they can be same for multiple access points in one network. Okay. So the first thing is that it's better that we hide SSID, but we explain how to find a hidden SSID. Okay, we explained how to find a hidden SSID. The second thing we want to discuss is use the encryption. You see, it says that the way that we can find the hidden SSID, okay, the first thing can listen to the network. This was the first thing I explained. The second thing is to use the probe. This was the second thing. And the third thing is that we find the computer, we send this association to the computer, and then when it wants to reconnect, we get the SSID. Okay. The second part of the wireless security is standards or Wi-Fi standards, encryption standards. We have many encryption standards like WEP, WPA, and WPA2. Okay, it explains how the web has problem or something like that, and what is RC4 and why the web is broken. But I will skip all of this for you. Okay. Instead of all these three slides, okay, was why we should not use web until up to here. I will explain for you one thing. Okay, I will go to the board for encryption in wireless. For encryption in wireless, never use WPS. Never use WPS. You should disable WPS. Okay. The second thing is that never use web. Never use web. It can easily be hacked. Okay, and then better use AES TKIP WPA and WPA2. Okay, something like that. By searching the name of set. Okay, yes. So for wireless, something that I will explain to you as a rule. Okay, never use WPS, never use web, always use AES or WPA and WPA2. This is very important. So let me go back to the comparing the WPA and WPA2. You see that it says that WPA use a longer RCA key and then hide key better, new integrity, replay protection. If you remember what was replay attack, okay, it does not allow replay attack, can be implemented of web, no new hardware needs. But IEEE 802.11i use AES not RC4, longer key, new integrity check, replay protection, and requires new hardware. These are the protocols that you can use for Wi-Fi security. Now here we reach the wireless attacks. We should start the wireless attacks, but as I told you today, I have to finish the class a little bit earlier because we have one session today. Okay, we will stop here because I cannot explain the attacks in 10 or 15 minutes. We can stop here, and next session that we have two sessions together, then I will explain all the attacks and we review the wireless and we will finish the wireless. So it's better that we stop here. If you have any questions about, because we still have 10 to 15 minutes, if you have any question regarding what we discussed up to here, you can ask. If no, we can finish the class. And then it's one session up to 16. Ali said only DS. Yes, Hossein, we have one lecture today. Next week we have two lectures and we can explain that the rest of the thing and we finish wireless. Somebody said that only DS. Saleh, I didn't get what you said. I'm just waiting for the browser to be open. Yes, just let me share the screen with you. Share my screen. Edge. If you can see my screen, you see this is, for example, okay, these are the Wi-Fi SSIDs. When you ask what is SSID, you see, for example, in this figure, you see the names. These are the SSIDs that we can see in the networks. Okay, for example, when you turn on Wi-Fi, 1, 2, 3, 4. When you see them, or for example in this figure, when you see them, it means that they are already broadcasting their own SSID. When you see this signals, okay, it means that they already sent beacon. Okay, there is a possibility that you hide SSID, that the access point does not send beacon. So hide SSID, for example. Okay, there is a way. It's here. You see, it's here. You can see, right? Everybody, can you see the figure? Yes, it's how to hide SSID. It's written how to hide SSID here. Okay, and it's here in the figure. Okay, in here you can see that you check the box, and then here it's written why disable SSID broadcast. It explains for you why we hide the SSID and what's the reason for hiding SSID. And then with probe you can get the SSID, or you can access the SSID. Wireless, or we say Wi-Fi encryption protocols. Okay, and Wi-Fi encryption protocols, like this figure, we have web, we have EAP, WPA, and WPA2 in this figure. Or you see web, WPA, it's, let me put it here, images, or this figure, you see WPA, WPA2, WPA3, and web. And also we have another protocol, Wi-Fi protocol, WPS. Okay, it explains how WPS works. Okay, it explains how WPS works, but I told you do not use WPS. Okay, was it clear? Okay, Alhamdulillah, inshallah. Let me go back to the slide. And then for first wireless attacks,